my words, what a terrible loss there for Liverpool. Crystal Palace. Where do you start with that one? I suppose you've got to start with the team, haven't you, and the manager. Yeah, beaten before we started. Change his system. Was any good? Looked alright in it, to be honest. I thought certainly in the first few minutes of the game. You know, he was kind of mirroring Crystal Palace and stuff, but I always sort of think to myself, when you start mirroring a side, because they've been so tough to go up against 9 times out of 10, that side is going to be more used to that formation, the intricacies of it, and unfortunately he's probably going to come out on top in that game. And you know, I felt like Crystal Palace were maybe surprised for the first 10-15 minutes of what Liverpool were doing. You know, we had Robertson, we had Kerkez, Kerkez, then Robertson inside the bin. Then we had Joe Gomez, Enzo and Calvin Ramsey, and we sort of played, you know, a 3 ahead of them and stuff. But well, it kind of ended up being a 3-4-3 in possession and a 4-5, a 5-4-1, sorry, out of possession. Yeah, once Crystal Palace kind of got their head around it, I thought they sort of started to take control of the game. Now, the first one's poor, like, in it, because you know, you're looking at it and you're thinking to yourself, my words, one easy ball into the box, bit of a hit and hope pass really, I suppose, and does it bounce off Joe Gomez or something? I'm not 100% sure. Then it's an easy finish into the back of the net, and you're 1-0 and the confidence is gone and the stadium went and then the second one, well, what can you say about the second goal, by the way? Other than it was absolutely unbelievable football. One thing that I maybe noticed, I think, about that one is there was a long ball sort of hit towards Kerkez. Now the man nearest to Kerkez just stood off him, waited for the second ball, and then 3 or 4 of them pounced on whoever Kerkez's header went to. They win the ball back there, and then after that, it's absolutely unbelievable. But this is the long ball game again. This is Liverpool not winning second balls. This is Liverpool not being reactive enough to what the opposition are trying to do. We know that that's the case. We know that they're going to mark centre-backs and stuff like that from throw-ins. What do we do about it? Well, the answer to that was Kaiser coming back. But we threw an extra man at the back. We had basically we had just a completely inexperienced team there. And yeah, they scored the third after Nallo gets sent off, and I'm absolutely gutted for the kid, because you know, he gets sent off in the Champions League. I texted then Greek, to be honest with you, and Watson was, positives. Seen Nallo for a bit longer than last time. 4 minutes later, by the way, he was on for 4 minutes in the Champions League game, I think, he gets sent off. So that's my bad, and I'll hold my hand up and say the reason he got sent off today is because I put that message in a WhatsApp group, so I understand. And I am apologetic to him, his family, and everybody associated with Liverpool Football Club, because that's on me, that. Well, then when it comes to it, you know, Liverpool have now lost 6 games in 7, and that is not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. Now you can question the manager's decision today, and you know, a lot of people will be questioning his decision to play the team that he played. I hope, and I don't know whether this is true or not, that he's legged the other players around in training and he's worked on formations and systems and whatever today, because you know, basically playing McAllister there in that side who needs to get into form, and none of the others from the outside looking in, and the outside are looking at Liverpool Football Club right now. It looks a little bit nuts, it really does. And you know, I've never over the years been one for this competition, but you know, you do love to win finals, of course you do. When you get far you have to, and you know, maybe it's the blessing in disguise that we need to get a little bit more training time. But yeah, it's a big week, man. We're in a position, I think, where the manager has to put a side out that beats Aston Villa, because there are only so many games. And listen, I'll put my hands up right now, and I will say right here, right now, that I trust Arne Slot, and I think that he can get Liverpool through this, and I think he needs the time to be able to do that, and he should be afforded the time to be able to do that. But I am not everybody, and no, not everybody thinks like me. If the manager does not get a win against Aston Villa at the weekend, there is going to be a lot of outside noise, and there may already be a lot of outside noise around Arne Slot and his ability to carry on in this position. I don't think there should be. He wins the Premier League last season. There's loads of things that have happened this season that, you know, might affect the way that we're playing right now, and yeah, One of them might be him at the moment as well. Both things can be true at the same time, but there is going to be a lot of noise, and it is going to become unbearable if Liverpool do not get a win against Aston Villa. And we've got to put in a performance. We've got to look like a side that's fighting for absolutely everything, because apart from Enzo, Chiesa and Robbo tonight, what else do we see? Oh man, it's so frustrating, it's so disappointing, it's so flipping, I'm so angry about it all, and disappointed. I'm so disappointed, because this isn't the season we were supposed to be having, is it?